Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Sagittarius placements, there might be a message in here for you. So Sagittarius, to get started, I'm getting a message about divine feminine energy upgrade is what's coming through with that. It feels like you're receiving some sort of upgrade that has to do with feminine energy in some way. It does feel like it includes healing and purification though. And so those processes are not always easy. So just pay attention to if you are going through any sort of like growing pain or discomfort that has to do with healing or purifying divine feminine energy. That is part of a process that requires something to be cleaned out before this upgrade, whatever that is for you, can happen. So just being conscious of that, be patient and give it time. Whatever it is that needs to be cleared out is being cleared out. But it is a process, so I do feel like it's going to require a little bit of time. Yeah, okay. I just felt drawn to shuffle these, and you have Bridge, a successfully overcoming a problem. I feel like there is something... Okay. You have these two cards coming out. Hidden secrets can harm you, and a two-faced friend. So maybe you're dealing with a situation like that. Maybe there's a situation that has to do with sort of like a two-faced friend, somebody who is false, and maybe there were some secrets involved or something like that. I feel like that's all coming out into the open. That's how it's coming through. So successfully overcoming a problem. That's the main overall energy of your reading. But just be patient with the process as it unfolds. Okay. I'm getting kind of like this feeling of relief for you, Sagittarius. Like, and it's coming through as being like relief from pain. So if it's not literally physically pain, although it could be for some of you, it could be emotional pain, right? Like any sort of like spiritual pain. There it does feel like something that's been hurting you in whatever way or causing you harm or making you uncomfortable. Like there is this energy of like relief that's coming through. And I feel like some like it feels like a release of suffering, for sure. Like releasing something to do with suffering, and I feel like there might be some resistance towards that, which is very interesting. Like somebody who might still feel like they don't deserve to be happy or like they don't deserve to be free of pain. Of course you do. Of course everyone deserves to be free of pain. There's something like that coming through here where it's like, don't hold on to the suffering, right? Let it go. Okay, Sagittarius. Especially if it's emotional suffering, right? Like, I feel like physical suffering, of course, everyone, like, that's a bit more, that one seems a bit easier to let go of physical suffering, but, like, emotional suffering is harder to let go. I feel like it's something like that. Like, it's like, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be free of suffering emotionally. Like, that's how it's coming through. So just remember that. Okay, Sagittarius, could I get a card for you for the Alchemy Elementals Oracle? Yeah, okay. This card, it says Land, Mountain, Star. This card talks about like you have a toolkit that is going to allow you to succeed in whatever challenge you may be facing. This comes through with a very strong Mars energy and Capricorn. I just heard Mars and Capricorn, so maybe you have your Mars placement is in Capricorn. It doesn't have to be though. Mars is in Virgo right now, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but a toolkit. You have all the tools. Perhaps you are facing some sort of challenge, but you are going to overcome it successfully. I feel like this is the bridge is something that you are working towards. I feel like that you're working towards this right now. This is not your current energy, but it's what you're going towards. Because it feels like it's kind of like the end goal or something like that. And it feels like this might be part of the problem. Can I get another card for Sagittarius, please? You may want to watch the last Capricorn reading. I'll link it above. Or the last Virgo reading. Okay. Yeah, I keep getting Capricorn. There may be some sort of like devil energy that you're working through. Take that how it resonates. It could be something to do with attachments that are associated with pain. It really is coming through like that. And now I'm getting with the devil energy, the Wild Unknown Tarot deck has sort of like the goat with the feet on fire, which to me talks about pain or suffering and how sometimes we can put ourselves in situations that perpetuate that suffering. I'm not so much getting that for you, Sagittarius, but I do feel like there's something about like because sometimes what I get with that card is like a coal walk, you know, those like in the office, when you walk through, like when Pam walks through the bed of coals, right? Like it's not only from The Office, but that's the scene that comes through with that. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of challenge that you have to walk through. I don't know. I'm going to leave that there. Okay, fire, tribal fire, and sun. And you have sky, lightning, earth at the bottom of the deck. I love this card so much. I love this imagery. Okay. You have the number 636 coming through with the cards. The fires are calling you to gather in ceremony. You are being asked to facilitate a meeting of hearts and minds and spirits. Gather your tribe together as one in nature so that you can honor the fire that lights our solar system, the fire that burns in the heart of the earth, as well as the fire that lives in the heart of all beings. Call together your nearest and dearest and prepare a ritual so that you can pray together and vision together, so that you can amplify the creative power of your union and the sacred fire around which you are gathered. Okay, I'm getting some sort of like very powerful like ceremonial or ritual kind of energy with that. I'm going to read this card, the Sky, Lightning, Earth. It says, you have manifested many blessings and you have healed a lot of issues that once held you back. You live an abundant life filled with friends, wisdom, opportunities, and sensual delights. It is wonderful that you have come to this place of prosperity and empowerment. But for these blessings to be truly claimed, you must share them. Share your blessings. Give of your amazing self to your community. It's important to give back to your tribe and to share your essence and your gift with those who will be served by your support. Your attention and your service will lift their souls and warm their hearts. This is true success. Okay. I am getting something about, like, you are gathering your circle, Sagittarius, whatever that means. Like some sort of, like, I don't love the word ritual, but that's what's coming through with that. Like ritual or ceremony or like practice or like gathering around a fire or like, you know, metaphorically. It just is coming through as being like sort of like bringing others together in order to share your success in something, Sagittarius. But I feel like at the same time, it is a bit of a challenge. Like there's some sort of challenge that you're facing because it feels kind of like it could be some sort of initiation process, especially with that energy of like a coal walk coming through. Like you have to walk through some sort of challenge. It's giving King of Wands energy. I feel like it's overcoming some sort of devil energy as well. That's what that is. And like whatever it is for you, whatever the devil energy is for you, that's what you are overcoming. And it could be sort of like patterns of attachment that you may have, that may have been holding you back. It could be like a specific relationship. It could be addiction. It could be whatever it is for you. But I feel like you're overcoming that. And it does feel kind of like there are witnesses to you overcoming some sort of challenge like this. Like it feels very much like, in some way, Sagittarius, this feels kind of like your success heals a group is just what I just heard there. It heals a group. So not just you, but it also, like, it could be that there is something to do with, like, a group that all is being affected by devil energy, whatever that is for you. I don't know. Just take it how it resonates. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, this Land, Mountain, Star card is really pulling on me right now. There's some sort of challenge that you have to face. But it's going to end successfully, right? That's the message that's really strongly coming through. Even before I pulled any cards, this was the card that came out. It's going to be successful. Whatever it is that you are trying to overcome, it's going to be successful. Okay. But I feel like maybe there is a bit of uncertainty here with the camera going blurry. That maybe there's a bit of uncertainty, or there's like some sort of fog that's preventing you from seeing that clearly. Or maybe, I don't know, whatever that, like, it does. Well, now it's like coming through as like smoke from, like a smoke screen from the devil energy, or like the coal walk, whatever that is. Okay, I'm gonna get this deck out since that card is really calling to me, so. Okay, Sagittarius. What's the energy for Sagittarius? The Five of Wands just showed up. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. You are protected. I always get that with this, of course. You are protected by something. Your abundance is protected. But it's more of that energy of like ceremony that's coming through. Like, I do feel like there's some sort of almost like initiation process. I'm getting such a silly image right now. It's from Finding Nemo, the first one, where he's like, Nemo is in the fish tank in the dentist's office, and his new friends are like going through that like ritual where he has to like go through the filter or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. And they're all like chanting this song. Like, that's what I'm getting with this. Like, these two combinations of cards almost feels like that. Like, like, I don't know if it's silly. I don't know. It feels lighthearted, but at the same time very serious. Because I feel like there's something about like a reveal that's really important. I don't know. It feels like ceremonial. That's really the word that's coming through of it, like very powerfully for your reading today. Ceremony. Maybe there's some sort of ceremony. I don't know. Okay. Like a reveal of something. Seven of Swords. Okay. This is not necessarily a bad card. Sometimes this card comes out with it being like somebody is sitting on a truth. They're waiting to reveal a truth. And because you have the Six of Wands or the Six of Swords coming out on top here, that there's something about like, okay, first of all, if this is a negative thing, you are protected. That's what's coming through. Because now I'm getting that there's like somebody may try and disrupt a Six of Swords, like try to try to disrupt someone's peace or something like that. But it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It could also be something like, I'm almost getting like this challenge has to be passed before the truth is revealed. That's how it's coming through. So I feel like, Sagittarius, you may be headed into something that feels almost like a coal walk. Whatever that means to you metaphorically, it could be a period of time where it's like you need a lot of fire, you need a lot of strength, you need a lot of courage, or you need to use a lot of like energy in order to get through something that's challenging or difficult. It could be that. And part of that almost feels like an initiation, but I don't know that you know that about this. I'm not sure if you are aware that this is an initiation. I'm hesitant to use the word test, but that's what's coming through. The point is, I feel like you're going to be successful, Sagittarius. You are going to be successful. What is this Seven of Swords? It's like, I feel like there's an energy here that like knows that you are going to be successful, but they may try to disrupt your peace. Okay, Daughter of Swords, but it sort of flipped back in. I don't think that, is this Seven of Swords a negative energy? No. Five of Cups. I feel like, okay. Three of Cups. Ace of Cups. There's your success. Interesting. And the Chariot. Very interesting here with the horse. Because you have here the horse and the Five of Cups, which is very interesting because I feel like that's you. I feel like this is somebody else. I feel like whoever this Seven of Swords is whoever the Seven of Swords is somebody else in your environment, or like somebody that is witnessing you go through some sort of challenge is how that's feeling. And it feels like they're going through some sort of loss because you have the Five of Cups and the Three of Cups. And in the traditional tarot, in the Five of Cups, the Three of Cups is knocked over, right? And there's a Two of Cups remaining. I feel like there's something here where it's almost like they're seeing you overcome something, but it's almost like it reveals a truth about their circumstances that actually feels like they're going through a loss. Like they, like, or yeah, you have Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I feel like it's almost like, okay, how do I describe this? Complicated. Ace of Wands. So you have Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna stick with the, you have Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We're gonna stick with the metaphor of like a coal walk, right? Like, or let's say it's like some sort of challenge that has to do with fire, or like something that other people are afraid to do. Not saying that you're not afraid of this, Sagittarius, but it does feel like you are facing this challenge head on is what's coming through with this. And I feel like there's somebody witnessing you do this. Like facing a challenge head on, not shying away from something that's difficult. Moving forward with peace and clarity. And I feel like it's almost inspiring them. It does feel kind of like it's inspiring them, but at the same time, it's showing them where they have been self-sabotaging. That's how it's coming through, where it's like they would never have done that. Or in a way where it's kind of like maybe they didn't have the courage, or maybe they were afraid of losing something, right? Like it's coming through like that. That's not a judgment at all. That's not sort of like to say that this person is like lesser than or anything like that. But it is coming through with being like, they, before witnessing you do this, they would not have imagined doing that. Or they may not have, like, they may have been afraid of losing something. Is just how it's coming through. With the Three of Cups, it could have to do with like friendship or camaraderie or like collaboration in some way, or like, or whatever. Like I feel like it has something to do with like this person might have been afraid of losing, I don't know, something to do with like love or whatever. But I feel like there is something here about like you're facing this challenge head on with the Ace of Cups and the Chariot, right? It's success. This is coming through with success. The self. The self. You have the nectar at the bottom of the deck. Maybe you are revealing your true self to someone. Yeah. You have the tear and the mirror here. Because I feel like there's something about this dynamic. Because this doesn't feel like you. Sagittarius, this Seven of Swords, Five of Cups feels like another person who is witnessing you do something. And it's actually causing them sadness. This tear card, though, implies that there's some sort of healing happening. The mirror as well. Like, I feel like whatever this act is that you are doing, it's mirroring something back to them that I feel like they were avoiding. I do feel like they were avoiding something with the Seven of Swords, because that is a card about, traditionally talks about self-sabotage. I'm not so much getting that in this because the sword distribution is different. Like in the traditional Seven of Swords, it's 5 and 2. This one is 6 and 1. So I feel like there's something here about like something was holding them back from achieving peace. And it was the Five of Cups, fear of loss. Yeah, Epona's Wild Daughter and the Sage. Epona's Wild Daughter is a card about like riddles and nightmares and a lack of clarity, and sometimes comes through with a tower moment if you are not conscious of it. I feel like this person is going through that right now. In some way, it does feel like with the Five of Cups and the tear, like experiencing some sort of loss because of clarity, which is very interesting. Like the way that like it's coming through like that, like because of the truth, because the truth was revealed or the truth was said or something like that, they're going through a loss. Okay. It is kind of like feeling very disoriented. Like it does feel kind of like that. Like it's like some part of them already knew this, is just what's coming through with that. Some part of them already knew this, but it's kind of like maybe in witnessing you do something, it revealed the truth that they have been ignoring. That's how it's coming through. And because of that, it's going like they're experiencing loss, because it does feel like they're being faced with the decision that they did not want to do, or like that they were avoiding, is just really what's coming through here. They were sitting on it. They didn't want to do it. Maybe they're I don't know. With the opponent's wild daughter as well, because that's a card about yeah. Riddles must be answered lest we otherwise be destroyed by our own internal conflicts. We cannot go forward until we have faced something buried within us that is holding us back. That's exactly this card, right? They're facing something that was holding them back because the direction of the swords, the Six of Swords is going this way, the one sword is going the other way. It's holding them back. They're facing some sort of truth that was holding them back, and they know this now, or that they're going through the process of knowing that, but there is a grieving process that they're going through as well with that. Reminds us that we cannot go forward until we have faced something buried within us that is holding us back. We must be open to these difficult questions and answers and be ready to face things about ourselves that are not as we wish them to be. She urges us to heal the unresolved issues about who we really are and what we truly want to be. That's what the Self card is talking about. Like, if this is not you, Sagittarius, because all my readings can be flipped in reverse, so just keep that in mind. But it feels like there's someone who is really facing who they are and what they truly want to be. And there has been some truth that has been holding them back. And it has something to do with the Five of Cups. And it feels kind of like a loss of a relationship. Or whatever it does. It doesn't have to be a relationship. But because of the Five of Cups and the Three of Cups, it is feeling strongly like friendships that are not real friendships, especially with these, like the cards coming through in the tea leaves, the cat, the false fate, like the two-faced friend, and secrets, like friends who are not like frenemies, for lack of a better word, like people who are two-faced in some way. Anyways, okay, can I get one more card for you, Sagittarius? I feel like you're coming through with the Sage, of course, the Philosopher. I don't know. Maybe you said something, but it doesn't have to be that necessarily, because it feels very much like your actions are speaking for you. That's how it's coming through. Lascuna, yeah. Treasures hidden in the mud is what that card comes through with. And you have Ecstasis at the bottom of the deck. Because it's interesting how these two cards mirror one another, right? Like both perched on something. But I feel like this, like there's been a dynamic here where I feel like maybe there's been someone who has not been facing a truth about who they really are and what they truly want to become, versus you who I feel like have done that. That's how it's coming through. Like have really looked at yourself, have like dug through the mud, metaphorically, and found the treasures within you. Yeah. Casket. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. And then the leg, stepping into a new experience. Slowly but surely getting ahead. The tortoise. And the cobweb, yeah. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. Yeah, okay. Sagittarius, that's pretty clear to me. Like there is an ending happening. And you're moving forward. There was something around you that I feel like was a negative force that was beyond your control, but you are protected from that. That's what this energy is coming through with. It's wanting to reinforce that you're protected, that your movement forward is also protected, that whatever it was that was trying to hold you back, that is coming to an end, and that someone is facing a difficult truth. The candle, you'll be shown the way. Okay. You have a lot of spiritual guidance. Like, both of those cards are coming through with, like, spiritual guidance today. Like, you're protected and you're going to be shown the way. Okay, could I get one last card from the Energy Archaeology Oracle for Sagittarius, please? Okay, you have integrating and connection. Maybe you are integrating some sort of new connection. You are intricately connected to and embedded within the great ancestral web of life. This network connects you in concentric circles outward to not only successive generations of parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, and so on, but also to all of humanity and to all of life. You are at once connected to an incredible multiverse and also a microscopic web. There are an infinite number of roads that lead everywhere and yet bring you straight back to your core. The way you connect to this great spiritual network is unlike anyone else, even a sibling, even an identical twin. When you incarnated onto this physical plane with your unique gifts, talents, and abilities, you were also connected through this web of life to blessings, protection, and even wounds that are uniquely yours. These connections focus you and draw your attention to what you're here to do. All roads and string lines bring you to your path. The mystery of your journey is interwoven through all these threads of this incredible spiritual world. As you travel your path, you will encode your indelible energetic mark into the ancestral web of immortality to one day guide another in your lineage. Wow. Okay. I do feel like you're following some sort of path, Sagittarius, that will have consequences for all the future generations as well. In a very positive way, because you have the Ace of Cups here and the Ace of Wands. There is unconditional love that you are following, is how it's feeling to me. That you are also guiding as well. I feel like there is someone that you're connected to who is seeing you walk this path with grace. And it's in the most gentle and compassionate and unconditionally loving way possible, is showing them a truth within themselves that they weren't ready, or not that they weren't ready to face, but that they were avoiding. They are ready to face it, but they were avoiding it. And I feel like they're facing that now because you've mirrored back to them something that they were not being honest about within themselves. And I feel like it has something to do with an aspect of self that was holding them back from becoming the true version of who they actually are. And I feel like there is an integration process happening. And you are successfully overcoming a problem, and you will be shown the way out of this. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.